Gotta keep moving. That's right. Gotta stay.
Star 927. And so you see, I, the Burger King, received this tape to play with important instructions. I'm about to play it again. Let's turn it up. Good luck.
Beach, Waterfront, Walker's Road, and Red Bank.
Digital banking, online, RBC banking. Online, RBC.
Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/bank at home. RBC Royal Bank. Banking.
My boat is insured with Island Heritage. That's right, trusted property and motor insurer, Island Heritage is now insuring Cayman's boats, and they have a policy that's right for yours. We call it presence that
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual.
And good afternoon, and welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show. This is Catherine Tyson, your host, and welcome to the show. Thank you all so much for tuning in this afternoon. This is Wellness Wednesdays, and you know we talk about being well. I talk about being well all the time. That is something that is on my mind. It is a hot topic for me, but today is dedicated specifically for Wellness Wednesdays. So, of course, if you want to join in on the conversation, do give me a call at 94336. Or you can always email me at straight talk. In a time in our lives that's very, very uncertain, but one thing we want to make sure of is that we are handling it. Okay, we got to handle it. That's the bottom line. And how do you handle it? By taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, everything. Everything is just so important. So don't ignore those feelings. Don't ignore those little pains that you might feel. Like, get some help. Go talk to somebody. Go to the doctor. Gentlemen, I'm talking to you. Go to the doctor. Ladies, take your gentleman to the doctor to ensure that he's doing okay. Take care of your physical. Make sure that you're okay so that you can face each day. Want to all right, a couple of things I wanted to share with you this afternoon. CCI School NetAcad Scholarship. More than 15 scholarships are available to new IT Academy students. Join us at UCCI's IT Academy informational session to learn how you can start a career in IT or further your intermediate skills, and all about the scholarship. When? Tuesday, February the 2nd, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at UCCI. To find out more, you can visit www.ucci.edu or go website/Cisco, that's CISCO dash netacad, NETACAD dash again, edu.ky scholarships. So that's www.ucci.edu.ky Cisco netacad. They have up from 6 to 9, and it is something that you get your comp TIA A+ certification training. A lot of people talk about transitioning from jobs right now, and so this might be a perfect opportunity. Because obviously ever too late. Remember that also. Yeah. So go and check that out. Of course, if you didn't hear and you need more information, 9433700 or straight talk at star927.kman.ky. Another quick little ad for you. If you're having problems, skin, and you're needing, something to come in with it, unique K-Man skincare and cosmetics. For me, unique K-Man skincare and cosmetics. All right, so check that out on Instagram. Also, if you are in the market for a spruced up resume and a cover letter to get you noticed for that new job, or just to kind of put your feelers out there to see what's what, your resume is your first step to be recognized. It is your first impression. Contact is 2012. You can always call 91653. And that again, link 20. This is a new year and a new opportunity for us too. On those doors, because I think it's really important for you two to talk about soul. And we talked a little bit about purpose yesterday. Today I'm going to talk about soulful living. So the journey to living a joyful, gratifying, exhilarating inspections. That's what's sometimes missing. And we're there now to understand ourselves, to be patient with ourselves, to encourage ourselves and champion ourselves. Tremendous amounts of energy getting to know others, learning aspects of other folks' personalities, their motivations, their needs, only put very little become our own skin, and that is very necessary for our success. So until we learn to celebrate and honor ourselves, our ability to enjoy our lives and we treasures waiting for us in the garden of life. Knowing, accepting, and loving self are critical to creating the life that we desire, finding the inner peace that we seek, and achieving the level of personal development that we want. So there are so many treasures buried in soul, but it's up to us, much like a beautiful flower garden. We decide the things that are planted in the garden. Personal beliefs. It's moving along with us, and it's called our soul. It's called our existence. And so that question that earlier is so important. Are you living the, or is there room for you to look at that? And so a couple of things that you wanted to just kind of scratch the surface of your thought process just to see, how you're living. Wellness, we want to talk about emotional wellness, but we also breaking and breaking some relationships that we don't even understand what happened, and then we just continue doing it over and over. So there's kind of some steps, right? But one of those steps, I think the first thing is to look at habits. What are habit? Is it a bad habit? Is it a good habit? Have we created good habits for our life? Are some of those habits could be waking up early. If we're out of work, or who wants to if you slept too long, well, how about be with yourself? And so now you're able to if one of the things is that you're out of work and you're depressed, then how do you change that situation? So some of these things would be good things to change, if that's the case. If it's something working past a certain, it's already dark, you've not gotten a chance to really even enjoy your day because left for that 45 minutes or whatever. Now you've worked, you got your little lunch break, you're gone, you're paying bills, you're in traffic again, and so now you're all supposed to be off at 5 until there's a part of you that might be feeling this is not living. I'm not living my life to the fullest. What's going on? All right, so maybe those are some of the changes that you want to look. And when you look at 5 right now, I'm not goes by. So another thing you can do is set time for you to check the emails or set time for you to do certain tasks that will end up pushing you farther along, and then your day is shot. So just some little ideas about the things that you might want to just look at that are not making you feel like you're living your life to the fullest, and starting to make some changes to those patterns. One of those things could be that you always find that you go out, you go out for happy hour evenings, but that happy hour, drink, and now you're in your car trying to get home under the influence. Got home, people that you hang out with, look at the people that you're hanging out with on Friday, and find some different people that go to different places. So just change some patterns in your life, whatever that is, because it can be anything. So I'm just kind of giving you ideas about looking at your patterns and some of the things that you can do. And start creating some destiny habits. Okay, so if you're not living the life that you truly desire, look at the life that you really want. It means that you want a different job, or you want different habits. So what are the habits that you're going to need to put into your life, into your daily routine, in order for you to create the destiny, create the outcome that you want, right? And then you have to be disciplined. And now discipline is something that we understand. We try to discipline our children in school. The students are supposed to be disciplined, and it's because of lack of discipline that the problems come in. Well, same with us as adults. If we're not disciplined, if we can't stick to a plan, if we can't try to create a different plan, try to stick to it, then we are lacking discipline. So let's look at discipline as being the necessity to living the life that we truly desire, right? I want a different job. I want a better job, but I need maybe I need some more education, or maybe I need to go take a course. Maybe I need to look at UCCI's course with IT. Maybe something like that can get me farther ahead. So what is it going to take for me to do it? And I always say this for people that haven't gone to further education, that telling you it's about the discipline that it takes for you to almost do the time that is required to get to the other side. And I always say the other side is beautiful, but it's the road that you have to keep traveling along to ensure that you get to the other side. So being disciplined, but being delightfully disciplined, because you know at the end of it you are going to get that reward, right? And of course, you want to stop self sabotage, right? With your habits, you want to stop sabotaging yourself. If this isn't working, stop doing it. Ladies, we tend to be attracted to the same type of man. We'll, just a different name, another person, but the same patterns. That person, type of person. And gentlemen, same thing. You end up in situations where it's the same thing over and over again. You have to stop that self sabotage. You have to stop putting yourself in situations that will constantly render the same results. Right? Those are the habits that you will need. So start looking at some of the things that you're doing in order for you to make those changes. Another thing, with living the life that you truly desire, relationships are, and your feeling of uh, maybe the way that they deal with the fine happens once in a while, but it's something that those people, and look at relationships, because they do matter. Relationships with your brother, job, and see if they are basically lending to the life that you truly desire, or if they're completely so just far. Think about that. A lot of times people say, oh, this is what I'm looking for in a person. Well, what are you presenting? So it's not only about uh, who someone needs to be in order for you to be with them, but who are you in order for you to be deserving of that, right? So, it's a joke years ago. A lot of girls, sit down talking about he has to have a job, and he needs to do this, and he needs to have this money, and yet she's not working. you know he needs to be educated, he needs to be a lawyer, but yet she has no interest in education. She's not trying to do anything. So we would joke, years ago, and say, hold on a second, so you expect all of this from a man, but you don't have it? Well, that's in your life. Then you're not ready to work on you just want somebody to come and bring it all to you, but that's not how it works. Because the same thing you're looking for, chances are somebody else is looking for that as well. And so if they're not finding it in you, that might not be somebody that you're going to attract, or that might not be somebody that is going to be then. So you'll end up with people that are in your circle who belong in another circle outside of them. It doesn't mean you think you're better than them. Lots of people love to say that now. Oh, to think you're better than people. Sometimes you are better than people. Sometimes you are better than that situation. Sometimes you are better than doing that to yourself. You know, if you have friends that want to get drunk every weekend and basically all their money, spend all their time and energy, you know, with maybe that they can continue, but if it's not what you want to do with your life and you're better than that, then move yourself away from it. That's very, very important. And it's very simple as well, right? Also with relationships, you know, when you are looking to attach yourself to people that are like-minded, that are headed in the same direction as you still have to balance that out as well with accepting people as they are. So you might, you know, differ on some levels. Some people, it doesn't mean that you have to match that person, or it doesn't mean that you have to have that person as your partner, but it means that you can coexist with them, because it might be your brother, it might be your, you know, a family member, and you just have to accept them as they are. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to go down the path with them that they're going down, but it just means that you know, accept them as they are, and just, you know, come back a lot, because a lot of people walk around with anger and and hold back, right? Instead of you being able to move and like just flower, like that garden, like just bloom, you're holding on to something old. So let go of that old stuff. And sometimes we have to forgive people even when they have not apologized. And that is tough, but it is very best. Forgive people, forgive the person without the apology. So I'm just going to forgive you. Tell that person that I've forgiven you. It means you just forgive them in your own heart. Heart that's holding on. If you've been hurt by somebody and you're constantly holding that, you walk around in a situation and get hurt over and over and over by that person. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you're going to have to figure out a way to let it go so that it no longer has power over you. You really truly live the life that you truly desire in a soulful way. So we're looking soulfully today, our Wellness Wednesdays on Straight Talk. That's what we're talking about. How are we soulfully living? And we're just talking about habits as well as relationships. When we come back, we'll finish up chatting about some things, and I'll share some more stuff with you. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more. And welcome back to Straight Talk. This is Catherine Tyson, your host. You are listening to the Straight Talk Drive at 5 show, and this is Wellness Wednesdays. And we are talking about living the life that you truly desire. Are you not, and why, and how soulful living is really what it's about, and kind of looking at your soul and how you are really taking care of that to ensure that you are living the life that you truly desire. Before we get back into the show, I just wanted to remind you again about UCCI's IT Academy training programs, the certifications, and the UCCI Cisco NetAcad scholarship. It's more than 15 of them available now. And for the new IT Academy students, you can join them at UCCI's IT Academy informational session to learn how you can start a career in IT or further your intermediate skills, and all about the scholarship. Tuesday, February the 2nd from 6 to 7:30 at UCC. Learn more, or you can directly apply for the scholarship at www.ucci.edu.ky/cisco-netacad-scholarship. So www.ucci.edu.ky/cisco-netacad-scholarship. So check that out if you're interested in getting more information, furthering yourself in the IT field. Getting back to and it's a recipe for soulful living. So start with 1 cup of good beef, a few more ingredients, and the recipe will be complete. Add an ounce of purpose and some resilience too. Mix in a tablespoon of vision. Saute these ingredients just for a few. Combine a half cup of persistence with a hint of passion sweet. Together, personal passion, purpose, and persistence will make this recipe unique. Toss in a pinch of gingered hope, some love, and a hint of fresh faith. Pour in 2 pints of focus and a quart of determination. You need to add a pound of courage, a cup of forgiveness, maybe 2. Shake in a gallon of spirit, a bit of soul seasoning adds gusto to this wonderful life stew. Simmer all of the ingredients and be sure not to remember if you anything with some plate. Enjoy this dish, your hearty life stew. Let it guide, empower, and nourish all that you do. Is very true. Not be happy in your life. Don't believe that you need to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else doing okay, or watch some people doing okay, but you can't do okay. That's not true. That is a lie, and it's a lie that we've learned somewhere, and it's a lie that someone has told us, and we believed it, and that's the problem is part of this whole recipe. you. So you have to look at the people surrounding you. You have to look at your relationship. Have to look at what's in generally that's going to be your source, right? And so another thing, faith. We have to have faith. So we're creating habits, we're creating good relationships, we're breaking habits, we're surrounding ourselves with good people, we're getting ourselves out of situations that don't make us feel good, that are not garnering the results that we need, right? So but we're going to have faith. We have to believe. So the lie that we've been told that we believed, we have, doesn't mean you shouldn't take the first less difficult, right? But you have to make that first step. But you have to believe, you have to have the faith, you have to believe that it's coming. But you see that little word that is so big? If. So if they keep going, this will happen. So you're looking, you put a goal down and you say, okay, I want to buy a car and it's going to cost this amount, but I'm going to put this money aside every month. And then in 10 months or in 12 months, I'm going to have this money. If you keep on that path, you will get your result. The problem is a lot of times don't even have believe that. That means that you can pull back that power and you know that the power does not belong to outside sources. The power actually belongs to you, right? So faith. It might be tough right now, but this too shall pass. It will pass. You know that life is about ebbing and flowing. Life is going to be up sometimes, down sometimes. You're going to be in a really rough situation one minute, you're going to be in a better situation, but you just got to keep going. So by believing them, we make them real. By living them, we make them real because then we don't want to change the belief that we have about them. So when you start to understand that right now your situation may be as it is, how can you get to the other side? All right. So figure that out. Continue to keep you only if they got into the ring thinking they're going to lose, more than likely they did lose. You see the smallest guy get into the ring with a big guy, he ends up winning because he didn't walk in there saying, "Boy, this guy's going to beat me." No, he walked in saying, "I'm going to give him a run for his money," and he might have walked walk out of there winning. You have to have belief. You have to dig for that strength, even if today you don't feel it. Toward you know for sure? Foreman started putting down flags. Mr. Perry asked what the flags were, and the foreman replied, the flags represent good places to dig for water. So Mr. Perry then asked, why do you have so many flags? Foreman replied again, I'm not sure if any of these places will produce water. Do you mean if you dig all these spots and do I still have to pay you? I still have to pay you? Mr. Perry asked. The foreman looked at him and answered, yes, that's how it goes. A few days later, 3 wells were dug, no water was found. At that point, Mr. Perry realized that the water was not coming from the ground, it was coming from the ground from the wells. So he decided to dig another 3 wells. You think is the most important? What's the thing that is so important for you to really embrace, for all of us to embrace? There is enough room for all of us to shine. Don't worry about who's shining. Don't worry if he's doing that already or she's doing that already. There's enough room for all of us to shine. There is enough room for all of us to shine. burger places are selling. You already selling burgers, and it doesn't make sense for me to do it. You think if they thought that there would be different places for us to choose where we're going to get a burger, and that's just an example for everything. I mean, how many banks in Cayman Islands? Like, just think, we're too afraid to do something because of what somebody's going to say. What do you say? And I'll say that 150 times over and over again. What do you say about you? Not what someone else says about you. I don't care what they're saying about you. What do you say about you? And what do you know about because what you say and what you know that is the truth, right? And be present with yourself in the moment to moment, and forgive yourself. Do not allow people to keep dragging you back to the moments you and they're gonna drag you back because people love that. People love to drag you back. Well, I don't know who you think you are, but remember this, or you know this thing about this one. You know, listen, everybody has made mistakes. Everybody will make mistakes. It's as it is as sure as getting up every day, right? But you're allowed to forgive yourself, and you're allowed to be better than you were yesterday. And you strive to be better than you were yesterday. So don't let fear keep you from living or your really, that we can begin again and again and again. Know that today is just today, and if God grants us tomorrow, we get another chance. And every day that we open our eyes, know that we have the opportunity to make it better. Review what happened yesterday. Check yourself to see if you're on track. Are you on track with your goals? Have you set goals? Have you in a dash of and doing it? If you're not a list maker, start making lists. Start writing down stuff. Start making plans because you have the right to not just you know live to work. You have the right to work to live, right? And you see other people living, you see other people enjoying their life, it's open for you too. You are the source that's either holding you back or propelling you forward. So that's the choice that you have to be making every day because your choices that you're making are rendering your results for sure. Change is natural. Everything must change. You're not the same as you were yesterday. You're not the same as you were 10 years ago. You won't be the same 5 years from now. Change is inevitable. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to step out, to be different. Wear that purple if you wear that purple hat. Don't be afraid to wear those suspenders if you want to. It's your business. You have the right to live the life that you want, right? And pursue any opportunity in any obstacle. So if problems arise, what find the opportunities in those obstacles, they might actually get you to the places you never thought that you'd get. You know, I always think that there are two, there are two sets of people. There are the people that are on the wanting bank. They want the things they want. Then the people on the bank that already has it. But how do they get to the I already got it, the got bank, right? So you got the want bank and the got bank, for instance. But the want bank is still talking about they want something, but they're not figuring out how to get in the boat that's going to take them over to the bank where you already got the stuff. So the boat in the middle is the work that's required. It's the discipline that's required. It's the courage. It's the faith. It's the vision. It's the planning. That's all the stuff that's required in order for you to get from the want bank over to the got bank. And so the people on the got bank, they're not just looking over like, look at us. We got some grand formula. They're literally looking at the bank right there. Just jump in the boat. You guys see the boat? Come on, the boat. And the want bank, instead of them looking at the boat, they're looking at the people that have. They're busy looking at them like, how they get over there? Now, something that's so unfair because you know what? I could have done that. I could have got that job. How come I didn't get that job? How come they got that? How come they drive in a car like that? They're pointing to the boat that you need to get into. But instead, you think that what they're pointing at is showing off. Like, you see how your perception can really mess things up. So you're probably thinking, oh, they're just sitting there laughing and pointing at something. But look down. Look down. Maybe if you look down, you'd see what you're missing. And so have the courage. Don't be focused on the people on the other bank. Don't be focused on what you think they're thinking. Look for the solutions, find the solutions, pursue the failure is not final. If you happen to fail at this particular, that's okay. That's fine. Okay. Next, something else. Okay, do. When you a problem to you, start looking for the solution. So instead of being solution focused, you can be problem. I mean, instead of being problem focused, you can be solution oriented. So not problem focused. Of course, there's a problem, but what's the solution? How do I get to that? Right? And just remember that every day you're choosing to be happy or to not be happy. It's really not very complicated. I think we make things a lot more complicated for sure. It's not just for some of us, it's for all of us. So when you start looking at living your life soulfully and living the life you truly desire, they're really just, some forms, right? And you can talk to people that are living those lives and living their life to the fullest. And you can talk to them and say, okay, how'd you do that? You know, people that are decent people that want to see you do well, they'll answer your questions. They'll give you the formula. It you need, they'll give it to you. They're not going to be the people that say, "Oh well, I don't really know. I don't know how. I guess, you'll figure it out on your own." No, they're there to help because they know by helping you is not taking anything from them. So that thought today about living your life to the fullest and living the life that you truly desire, by creating habits for yourself, changing some of the patterns, being disciplined in the areas that you need to be disciplined in, stop self-sabotaging yourself, finding the balance. Don't live to work, but work to live. Make plans, set goals, achieve them. Look at your relationships, look at the people that surround you. Make sure that those are people that are going in the same direction as you. Keep in contact with them. If you're in a relationship, talk to that person, talk about their goals, talk about where they're going, how they feel about certain things. Um, Understanding that relationships matter, they mean so much, and they can make or break you sometimes. And if it's not right, then it's not the place that you need to be. Feel your heart, make sure that you're in tune with your heart and that you're feeling good about yourself. Make sure that do that please you, not just what pleases other people, but please yourself as well. And forgive yourself, forgive the people that have not asked for your forgiveness. Forgive them because you're walking around with their pain strapped to your back and it's just too heavy. It's time for you to take that off, put that down. If you want to go look at it later, go look at it later, but I'd say just put it somewhere where you can't find it. Just put it down and just let it go because it's already had its power over you. It's had its time and it's time to say goodbye to that. So forgive yourself and forgive the people that you need to forgive just because you need to move on, right? And have faith. Have faith that you can Live that life that you truly desire. You can have it. Do not believe that you can't. Get rid of that stinking thinking, because that is stinking thinking. Get rid of that. That's not serving you anymore. Know that this too shall pass. Hold on. It's coming. Have that inner trust. And as Tyler Perry said, give up, happen. If you believe, you got to keep moving, you got to keep digging, you got to keep pushing. Have the courage, get rid of fear, feel the fear, but do it anyway. Right? Feel it, but continue to do it. I know some people do the skydiving, scared as can be, but still doing it, right? And will tell you the experience is so amazing, right? So yeah, just feel the fear, but do it anyway. And just know that you are everything that you need to be. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need inside of you. Tap into it, and you can use your tools in order for you to get to where you need to be, right? And remember that we can begin again and again and again and again. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. Dust yourself off, keep, don't hold yourself hostage by making a mistake. Just keep it moving. You can begin again and again. Change is natural, right? And choose to be happy every single day. Yep. We work out, remember, we work out every day. We work some muscle in our body. So work that brain, right? Work to build the strength of your relationships. Work to keep your soul in shape, right? Don't be afraid of stuff. Show the courage in the midst of your fear, even if you are afraid. Don't let anyone get the best of you. You know, give the best of yourself to everyone, right? You can make mistakes, but you can avoid those same mistakes in the future. That makes you smart, right? Realize life's mistakes can also be unexpected blessings and capitalize on them. So look at the blessings in the mistakes, right? And walk with confidence, walk with grace, right? Be strong enough for the journey. Know that you're strong enough for the journey and press on, because through that journey, you'll become stronger, right? So that's it. That's how we can live that life that we truly desire. And I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and take care of yourself. And we'll talk with you again tomorrow when Straight Talk returns. Have a great evening.